You're listening to MarceyLynn once again on WNHH-LP 103.5 FM, New Haven.
Thank you, Harry. Thank you. I am so very happy that it is another Thursday and I get to talk to y'all because I'm telling y'all something. I'm going to tell you this. I almost died in the Freddy Fixer, but it's no fault of the Freddy Fixer because everybody's trying to figure out what my post was about, but I just want to get it out there. I'm in one of my classic cars, one of the beautiful princess in my pink, and my duster flies out of the window and gets caught in the wheel, and I'm halfway out. And I took the other arm out, and this beautiful young man with his child goes, "You're okay?" I said, "I'm okay." And the only thing I got, guys, is this one. Let me see. I gotta get in the camera. This one little cut right here is all I got. Because y'all would have been planning my funeral. But I just want to let y'all know I'm good. I am talking. I'm in the big chair. And Harry knows I'm scared of everything in the big chair. So today I am so very happy. Y'all know it's June, right? Y'all know it's June. You know, it's that time. We celebrate every day our melanin. But it's that time of the year where the weather breaks and we can act up in red, black, green, yellow, and all the colors that we are, the melanin that we are. So today, of course, you know, it's that time, and I'm going to bring on my folks, which I'm very happy to be a complete part of this year. Usually I just jump in that day of. And yeah, I'm being selfish right now, Dr. Hanan Hameen. And she is with me today, and we're going to give you guys some education on what Juneteenth is about and what we got coming up. And I love the whole weed thing, but I have to let you guys know that I love this woman. The sacrifices that she makes for us as a city, sacrifices she makes as for us, period. And people don't even understand sometimes. I remember last year where she had gotten tired and let us know. she let us know. So I have her here again, and she'll be on again before our actual celebration. I'm gonna harass her. Make her probably go to every show that I can get her on. But how you doing, sis? We spent some time together last night. I really enjoyed it.
Yes, it was fun. Thanks for getting me out the house. Only you can get me out the house.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, come with me.
Yes. Well, you're one of the few that actually calls Hanan to come outside. Everybody else calls
doctor or teacher. We had that conversation.
Yes, you know.
I think they think we don't party.
The person you called the friend, so that's who came out.
I called my sister, my baby sis. Yes.
Yes.
So I'm excited.
Thank you. Appreciate you being a part. Thank you.
Happy.
As you shared, last year it wasn't just tired, right? It was the lupus. So you know, I had a lupus. I had a lupus flare in the middle of while I was dancing. With the Yale collaboration, and my body just gave out. I would
understand that.
Slide down those stairs and just go face down into the grass. And then the EMTs came, and then I had a cane after that. But here I am, right? It's lupus life. I'm a lupus warrior.
Oh, you are definitely a warrior, and you're so selfless with it. You know, it's like, it's just a thing, and I speak to people about that all the time. I says things that we speak over ourselves. You speak that you have it, but you don't speak that it defeats you. So
never that. Like my tattoo says, I'm more than my lupus. God lives within.
There you go. There you go.
And that another thing I deal with, but we have to know what we're dealing with, right?
Yes.
So because I didn't know what, and I was thinking I was eating healthy, and it wasn't healthy for me and what I was dealing with.
We have listen, and it's things that we put in our mouth.
You know, I was lifestyle. I cut out all the red meat, and little that I know, almost every a trigger for the lupus.
Yeah.
And I had to go back to eating red meat, and healthy. I had to eat what's healthy for me. So everybody has to find out what's healthy for them. I'm not saying I'm out here eating all the fast food and stuff. That's not happening. But I had to find out what I could eat.
But it's things that we think are healthy. It's things that we think are healthy that we're putting in our mouth that we find out later that, you know, they've been injected or this, that, and the other. We've had conversations. I had a conversation with somebody the other day. We got chicken from like one of those places like Stop and Shop or Big Y. You get the big 50 pieces. And the pieces were so big. They're like, what is this? Is this a chicken? You know? So we have to just watch out what we're eating. I like eating, but
right. And also just to say with what you also, it's also those big corporations they don't also have control of where they can get the animals and the meats from that they sell to us. You know, that's a whole, you know, thing. That's another conversation,
especially
right? So
with everything else that's going on along with that.
I'm sure Stop and Shop doesn't have free will to just go to a free range farm somewhere and just grow their. So you know,
they got to find someone that has the free range farm that you have to trust that they have the right things
and have the authorization by the government to sell such food. You know, it's a whole. You know, that's a whole other topic. Since we're talking about food, you know, this is why we're here.
Yeah,
talk about food.
Yeah.
We have our Juneteenth restaurant week.
Restaurant week is. Listen.
And I should have had something to eat before this interview because I'm just gonna make myself hungry. I guess I'll just have to go to one of these restaurants after this interview.
Oh, that's why you didn't come to the studio, because I can't beat you through the Zoom. You better eat. And listen, and you always talk about my health and you need to rest. Listen, I hate to see you leave, but I love to see you go, because then you get a chance to rest and get all of us out of, I say all of this air out of you. And I always see the difference when you're, you know, elsewhere. But restaurant week is really turning out. I'm really loving the whole idea. George is Bud Mensch, y'all. When I tell you, this man is tireless. He's everywhere. And he's talking to everyone. Before I can even get to people, I give him the name. Next thing I know, he's got a flyer because he's gone there, you know, and I really appreciate that about him, and his work is so wonderful. So I have his, the flyer that he just sent over to me. We have everything. We have a variety of everything. We really, really do. Yeah. There's no reason why during the 15th through the 21st, 22nd. Oh, the 22nd. I don't know why I keep saying the 15th through the 22nd. You guys.
We changed the date. Remember when we added?
Oh, yes.
Show with Sunday Maestro on the green.
Yes. Yeah, we have a Sunday show. I'm excited. I'm so excited. So our restaurant week, we have everything. And did you want to go through the restaurants first, or you want to just?
Oh my goodness!
You let me know.
So we have. Oh, okay. Let me get my list. I don't want to forget anything.
Oh no! Oh yeah, because he just gave us a new one. Do you want me to look it up? Because I have it right here.
Yes.
Okay.
So we have, of course, we have Sandra's Next Generation, because that was our first restaurant, our founding restaurant of Restaurant Week, and we have Caribbean style vegan, Jordan's Hot Dog and Mac, Skate, Chasmo's Bar, Mama Mary's, Island Spice, City B2, African Restaurant, Dangles, So Greedy, Wing Madness, and the list is still growing. It's not even complete.
I have a few more.
That's just what we have as of right now.
Yeah, I have a few more. I just got to make my runs and, you know, do what George needs so he can get those flyers out. I'm so excited about, you know, not only the food, it's just the idea of being able to, you know, bring forward these restaurants, you know, some small, some big, some well-known, some, you know, really, really working hard.
Thank you.
Listen, what would I do without Harry? So we got Sandra's Next Generation, Caribbean style vegan. Now let me tell you something.
Girl, that food. Our brunch, remember the Juneteenth jazz brunch? Yes. That brunch that we had? Oh, the food was so good.
At the African American Lodge, too, at Manila. I can't wait. There's so much going on. You can't say that we don't have anything in New Haven. There's so much going on, and I really, really hope that people will come out, you know, even in these times where people seem to want to stay home. Come out.
Well, yes. Well, the more that we have together, right, the more that we come together and collaborate, and the more we come and share, the more we can do, and the more it can expand. Because you know, since with the flyer going up of one of our events for next Friday, you know, it's not just a weekend of events that we. When we do our Juneteenth flag raising on the first Sunday,
you're chopping up a little bit, just so you know.
Oh, I'm okay.
Yeah.
And I'm in the States. I don't know what's going on. I'm sitting right.
You're chopping up. I don't know why you're chopping up. Let's see. Go to Sandra's. Bob McCormick saying in our Facebook chat, or on our restream, I should say. Hi, Bob. Yep. Good morning. Go to Sandra's. But there's other places too, Bob. You can look up Restaurant Week. You can go there. I'm one of those. I'll get this from this place, this from that place, this from the other place, and kind of. This is what I want. Like I want wings from Dangles. I want this from Wing Madness. Because Wing Madness has Caribbean food too now. Also. We lost it on. So hopefully she'll be right back. Hey, put up the Restaurant Week's flyer again, please, for me if you can. I just want to go through this with you guys. Oh, wait. Let's see. Try again. All right.
How is this? I just connected through my phone.
Better.
I don't know what was going on.
Better. Okay. It's listen. It's technology. It's man-made.
It like this way.
Oh, you found your shirt.
Yes, my mother had one.
All right. Yeah. That one.
Yes, yeah. But also now I don't have my menu in front of me. Oh, but I wanted to share about with Juneteenth Restaurant Week and how it actually even came about. Right? Because you were talking about when it got choppy, you were talking about the importance of it and the beauty of it, and it came about partly because of us being a part of the National Juneteenth Observers Foundation, which makes us the official Juneteenth because we represent New Haven nationally.
Yes.
As the chapter for Juneteenth, and with that we have to follow the structures and the traditions that are set nationally. There's certain things that have to be included, which is why every year we keep expanding, because every year, little by little,
add a day, add an event.
The more support we have, the more resource, the more shared resource, and of course the more funding, then we can add on everything that's supposed to be there. And it's supposed to be a Juneteenth parade, but we don't do that out of respect for the Freddie. That's why we just added a Juneteenth event.
Yes.
So we again share our resources and collaborate. Why start something when there's already something that's established that we can just participate in and help continue and grow and flourish, right? So another part is the Juneteenth food. There's a tradition of Juneteenth food, and there's the red foods. They have the history, talking about our power, our strength, of course, the blood that was shed.
Yes.
So you have the red velvet and the barbecue. But when we do our Juneteenth marketplace, which is our Black Wall Street, we notice that it's challenging for our restaurants to come out to participate, because the weekends are when they're super busy in the restaurant, and most of them, and a lot of them don't have a food truck in a restaurant or the staff or the capability to have the restaurant open and have a stand someplace else. Some are doing it, and and so this is a way for us to get the restaurants involved, and also to help achieve our goal as to from when that flag goes up on the first Monday of June, from when the flag comes down, which comes down by after July 4th, so we connect the Independence Days. So that's a whole month. That's 30 days. That there should be something happening for Juneteenth. So the ultimate goal is, with all the Juneteenths happening around the city, every day there should be something happening for Juneteenth.
Definitely.
So doing a whole week of Restaurant Week, that also helps to now add something almost every day. So now almost every week we have, I think every week in June for the most part, we have something happening.
We really do.
For Juneteenth.
We really do.
Which is beautiful. Yes. We expanded from just having one tent on the green, one day, a couple of hours, but now we have
our own section of the green and the food trucks, and do you realize
the conference? Remember, we have the hip hop conference on Juneteenth Day.
And listen, we had the brunch that's new. All the things. It's just growing and growing and growing and growing.
Yes.
Prepare, and the best part about it is we have teams. And a lot of it, I know. I'm going to tell you guys something about this one. This woman right here. She can delegate, but if she delegates and you don't do it, you don't want that. So make sure that if you say you're going to do something, you're going to do it, because it's not one of those things your word is your bond.
It's for the city. No. That's what my father always told me. And if you don't know, you ask, right? Because we're here to learn and we're here to grow, and the only way we can learn and grow and the only way we can get help is we make people aware that we need help, which is why we have the coalition. I know what I know, but guess what? I also know what I don't know.
Yeah.
So that's why I remember at the brunch when you were trying to show me how to do the flowers, right? I was like, sis,
you do this.
For you to explain it to me, you could have all of it finished. I know what I'm good at. Okay, that's your thing.
I say all the time, that's not my ministry, and I'll be quick to tell you if something's not my ministry. And everybody knows, because I do everything. So if I don't know how to do it, It's not my ministry, but I bet you I could find somebody that it is, because it's important to be able to have resources. And a lot of what Juneteenth is about is just pulling your resources. And I think
from
that
the beginning,
like-minded people get together. It's not a competition, and Juneteenth is all about that. All about that. That's what I was saying about Restaurant Week. I don't care if every soul food restaurant is on there, every Caribbean restaurant is on there, every seafood restaurant, whatever. There's not a competition, and the best part about it is when they come to us in Restaurant Week, they understand that. They know that. They know that we're giving them an opportunity, on top of the fact that this year I offered interviews. So I'll still be doing interviews with the restaurants that we have in our Restaurant Week, even after Juneteenth is over. Because I said, you have this opportunity, and it's impossible to pre-record a restaurateur. Because they're always, it's like, I have been trying to get interview with, Harp's Bar and Grill, and she's been open forever, but she's always working. She has that one day off.
Can you go live at a restaurant?
I can go live at a restaurant. That's what my plan is going to be. Nice. My plan is going to be. I really want to go live with the surprise food trucks that we're going to be, I just want to go live with the line and start asking them, why are you here for the 20th time? It's a good interview thing. But Restaurant Week is very exciting for us.
Yes, and it was beautiful to start, because once we realized that we found a way to get the restaurants involved and include another sector of business, because we have again all the vendors coming out. If you have something tangible, you can sell this easy. But a restaurant, we can't just transport a whole grill and stove and everything.
Yeah, right.
It's not that simple, all the time. And then even though Arts and Ideas, again, sharing resources, they do make it easy for the food trucks.
Yes.
Right, because they can easily register through them. It's just a small fee, and they can register. And and registration is open for food vendors and as well as vendors of and organizations.
Information and product.
Org. And also you can look at artsucation.org. Go to our website, and once you go to the Juneteenth Coalition, you'll see a link for vendors, and it takes you right to the Our Idea vendor application. But when you go to the Our Idea website, you go all the way down to the bottom. You're going like this, keep going.
Yes.
And down on the bottom, it says vendor application.
Yeah.
Click,
okay.
And it takes you to the form. But make sure you choose Saturday, June 21st, because that is the day for our Juneteenth Village and Marketplace. Feel free to sign up for any other day with Arts and Ideas. Definitely. It's their 30th anniversary, and definitely be a part. But if you want to specifically be on the Juneteenth day with the coalition on green, you got to hit that June 21st. Okay?
21st.
Yes.
Yeah, we want you there.
But it's a beautiful collaboration. It's beautiful to start, because we need it. And I was so happy that Sandra was so open, because it took like a year to get it started.
Yeah.
Because I spoke to the mom, over a year. Well, now I guess it'll be 2 years, right? Because this is the second year. So this would be like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then it took time for me and Chandra to connect, because we're both here, everywhere.
Oh, jeez. I can imagine.
Once we connect, right? So once we finally connected, it's like it just took off, and then she got the first one running, and she's here with us, still running around. But,
listen, that's how she and I have been.
Really stepped in, and but that's what it's about. That's why that coalition is so important. That everybody is coming together. It's beautiful. Because I'm not going to be passing on this year, because we have community.
Yes, we do. We do.
I love it. I'm just
very much
my
so.
Big brothers and sisters, and all the new people that we're going to meet, and even new people that have come out that want to join. It's beautiful.
This is going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting. And I just come back to last year with Elaine in her hat. Her hat at the elder tent. I miss her. So, every once I get stuck, I think there's something, and it just makes me smile. But she doesn't let me go into the tearful thing. She doesn't. She's with me. So I'm just so excited about that part. And also, and I had mentioned to some of the vendors that, we have our elder tent, and, getting them some nice, nourishing samples, like the samples and things that they need there. But I really want the food trucks.
Thank you for saying that.
No, I say I really want the food trucks to be more expanded this year. So that I'm really giving to that. So I'm like, go Arts and Ideas, the bottom vendor application. Just do whatever you have to do that. Even if you just do our day, just come, because
and I appreciate what you shared about the elders, because see, for our Juneteenth restaurant week, as of now, there's no financial ask to be a part. The only thing that we're asking is that you participate and create a dish, or maybe there's a menu a la carte. You know, you have those. You know, you can get the appetizer with the entree and dessert. You know, or something that goes along with the Juneteenth theme. Whether it's red in color, whether you make a nice name that's connected to the theme, or maybe the price is $18.65.
Yes.
Or maybe it's $6.19 or $16.19. You know, using the historic dates and being creative. And just in strawberry drinks, watermelon, you know, the strawberry soda, because that was something that was not that our enslaved ancestors were not privy to. You know, they weren't able to. But then once this happened, no, we're drinking all the strawberry soda, right?
All of it.
Yes. Whatever. Yes. So we want to make sure that everybody understands too that when you go to these restaurants, you're not just supporting and eating great food. You're also going to be taking a bite out of history, because you're going to learn something based on the name of the dish, the price of the dish, the ingredients in the dish, the colors used in the dish. All of that is going to have a meaning. So that's what makes it special, and another reason why I believe our restaurants are participating, because it's not just making anything; it's being a part of something for a purpose, and you're learning and sharing.
Yeah, people are still learning Juneteenth. They're still learning.
Like you said, for the elders, make sure our elders eat. For our Juneteenth jazz lunch, we had some of our participating restaurants that donated, so we all can get a taste of their delicious food that they make daily.
You know, I have to set aside some funding for that week, because I'm going to be eating out every day and have an excuse.
Yes.
So,
but if you do your interviews there, that's a business.
Well, you know, and you know, I just bring Azari, and you know, she gets things free. So, you know, Azari kind of.
You put it out there now. Now they're gonna know. They see you come with Azari. Now they
but Azari just, I don't even have to be worried about what I just said.
She's so cute
because she just does. She's brilliant. I mean, I'm biased, but she's brilliant, and she's very outgoing. I don't know where she gets it from. I have no idea.
Come on. Really? No idea. Anyway. Have you looked in the mirror today?
Okay. Well, I'm looking at myself right now. You know.
Okay.
But I mean, I think that's a wonderful thing. You know, it's a wonderful thing, and that's, you know, how I meet people. You know, respectable people, and people that, you know, have a great understanding. You know, and I thank you for continuously. And I know it's hard. And I know sometimes you're like, why? But then you realize the big picture. It's the why part is, it always comes at the end. Say, well, you know, it really was beautiful, even though I was stressed out during that part. And, you know, just the whole sacrifice of last year, and then coming, you know, you just come back. You come back and say,
it's worth it. And this is not even the end goal. This is we're maybe 75% to what the vision is. Maybe 70. About 75% way to what the vision. But we're not at the end goal.
And I'm willing to incorporate the visions.
There's a few more steps.
You know, I'm willing to incorporate the visions and start like on the you know, on the 5th month, and do the principal months. You know, so that way when we get to Kwanzaa, we can connect Juneteenth to Kwanzaa, you know, and then we can do something big with the Community Kwanzaa Association of New Haven, you know, which I've taken over since Elaine's passing, because I think that
Juneteenth is always connected to Kwanzaa. Because see, the purpose of Kwanzaa and the Nguvu Saba and the 7 principles of Kwanzaa is that's how we're supposed to be living our lives every day.
And that's why I said
it's a daily guide.
Every month.
Those principles are embedded. So when you look at everything we're doing, and when you read the descriptions on Arts and Ideas or on our website, you're going to see the principles of the Nguvu Saba, the principles of Kwanzaa. The language is used.
Yes.
You know, for Saturday, it's all about Umoja. Our village marketplace, that's all about Ujamaa, cooperative economics. You know, what we're doing, the coalition, that's all collective work and responsibility. You know, even everything that we're doing, having the event, that's self-determination, you know, articulation, creating something different, you know, that's what it is. Determining yourself for yourself, naming yourself, making your brothers and sisters' problems your problems. You know, that's what we're doing. Coming together in unity, in creativity, creating something with a purpose and in faith, you know, with hope for a bright future. So Kwanzaa has been embedded from the beginning. You know, it's there. It's there. It's just a matter of people being able to recognize it because it exists in other spaces too.
See past the selfishness, because what happens is people think that you're trying to be better than them, or you're trying to give them direction. And sometimes you're trying to give them direction and you have to know how to. So, in this day and age where we have a situation where a lot of the children do not respect their elders, explaining to them what an elder is, showing them an elder, and making a difference. Sometimes they just don't understand because they don't come from that. We can't always assume.
And this is exactly why, and thank you for saying that. This is exactly why we're shifting our Juneteenth Kid Zone to now we rebranded it as the Juneteenth Next Gen with a focus on Gen Z. But we're also with programming. I was speaking with Namumba, our youth coalition member, and representing the Next Gen Z. And he's curating a beautiful set, and we're gonna separate it and make it so the youth are also gonna perform after the elder honoring. So they're there the whole time. You're not coming, doing your spot, and leaving. Like, we're not doing that anymore. Come, stay, enjoy, learn, be involved, see who these elders are, and be able to see yourself as that future mantle awardee, future elder honoree. That's the goal. And it goes beyond the elder honoree, right? Because that's just the first step. The elder honoree is really just a recognition of those who are possible candidates to even be on a council of elders, right? So again, there are stages that are have been embedded in this, which is why the senior elders from the Council of Elders of African Cultural Heritage have been participating in our events, because we have been in the process for several years since its inception on creating a council of elders. I'm an associate elder. I'm a young elder. I'm not an official elder yet. I don't have the age yet. But as an associate elder, I'm an elder in training, right? So technically, I'm going through a rites of passage for eldership. So I'm not in a position to tell elders how to be elders or create the council. I'm not an elder, but the senior elders can do that. But as we're talking about community and everything, again, at every stage, every level, you have to be taught. Like my grandmother always said, there's a rites of passage for every age, and your final rites of passage is when you make your transition to ancestorhood. So every level, we need a rites of passage. So like I went to the rites of passage in 1994, full rites of passage in 1 year. Where's the next one? So I went to the elders, like, where's that next rites of passage? Like, I know I've been tapped, I know what the charge has been. I know, like, I'm aware, and the elders and my mentors have made me aware, and everybody sees it, which is why this is what's happening. I didn't have to do this. This is just what's like,
it happens. Like, okay. It's supposed to.
So now that's like, okay, everybody, come on, help me carry this.
Yeah. Right? It's not just my shoulders. No,
right? Because like this, you see, I'm gonna pass out. I can do it, but I'm gonna end up like this.
Listen, and I'm almost there. I'm somewhere on the cuff. I'm 53, so I'm on the cuff somewhere. I'm somewhere with you and somewhere there. So I still got some time, but at the same rate, I feel like I'm there because of the people that I surround myself with, and that's very respectful. The people that I've taken years to take care of, the people that I'm still taking care of, and it's a privilege. It's not a burden. It's not a pain. It's not, you have your hard days, but it's a privilege, to be able to take care of people. I was telling your mom, I said, I don't think I gave Harry the picture. I said, the shoulders that you stand on, your mom and your dad, are just such beautiful, brilliant people. And she mistakenly put pictures in of both of them. I said, I'm stealing some. And all of them downloaded to my phone. So I got her. I said, I got all your pictures. So I sent her the two. I was like, where's this? And where's this? And she started telling me all the places that they've been and the things that they've done. I'm going, see, that's because that's why you are who you are,
I was born into this. I don't know I don't know anything else. If I show you photos, my friends are laughing because some of my friends in elementary school, and Siobhan, Dr. Siobhan Carter David.
I do.
They sent photos for when we had a sleepover in 5th grade, and I was literally sitting there. I looked exactly the same, sitting there with my locks, with my African outfit, matching. I have I have a mic. I got match.
Of course, yes.
So and everybody, and it was like my students were with me. Some of my students, some of my teachers, and they all just like laughing. I'm like,
what?
I haven't changed.
Like,
I don't
you expect something different?
Any other way to be?
I don't want y'all looking at me like something's wrong.
There was a recording. Our living room was half recording studio, half library, African sculptures and every. what else am I gonna? What else
That's
could I
what
do?
you have. Yeah, that's where you come from. That's where you come from. It's not even about, it's like one of those things where you go, okay, so what can I pick your brain and learn from? You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm just waiting to visit. I already said, like, right now.
But I'm just happy to share. Like, I'm just doing what I was taught to do, what I was raised to do, and what I know is needed to be done. It's about, again, coming together for the collective. How can we come together and be great? We all need to be great, because a village, we talk about a village, but a village is made up of strong families, and strong families are made up of strong individuals.
Yes.
So everybody needs to be strong. And my grandmother always said too that our goal in life, or we're here, our purpose is to take civilization and our people to the next level. So each generation is supposed to be better than the next. My mother has 2 master's degrees. Okay, so I got 2 masters. I can't start there. She already had 2. Want me to get a 3rd master? Who does that? No. So I got to get a doctorate.
Yeah.
But not even just because she did it. Like, I wanted it for
myself. It's what you wanted.
Young. But I also grew up seeing it, because my mother went to school. Like, I literally went to school with my mother. Because my mother, she homeschooled us. She was going to City College. And then that's when Dr. Geraldine Price and Professor James Small, they reopened the City College Child Development Center, and that's where I went to school from when I was 2 years old.
Yeah.
But we were taught the same way, like I do Africa's Me.
Yeah.
That's how it was open classroom setting.
Yes.
All I did was recreate the experience. All I'm doing is recreating experiences that I had. And what I do in New York, like, I'm just trying to bring it here, so we're not killing each other. We don't need to kill each other. And why are we in silos? Why are you here? This person, because you're in West Haven, means you can't come to New Harville, and because you're in the Hill, means you can't go to Fairhaven, and because that doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't understand that. And because you go to this school, means you can't take class over there at that school. And because you with this drill team, means you can't work over there with that drill team. You're missing out on resources. You're missing out on opportunities. You're missing out on
collaboration.
That's why I can go anywhere around the world and know people, because it was family, it's collaboration. Like, when people come to Dance Africa, all those people on this stage, there's been times where you've seen these same groups of people in different clumps. Maybe, okay, this year I'm in the Canterbury clump. Maybe next year I'm over here in the other clump. And then the next year I'm in the Restoration clump. And then this year I'm in the Bambara clump.
Yeah.
We're all family.
As long you go get in where you fit in. Get in where you fit in.
If there's a class in Jersey, I'm gonna take a class in Jersey. And if there's a class in North Carolina, I'm going to. And if the class in the Bronx, it's the class in Brooklyn. But that's what my parents did for me.
Yeah.
I grew up going all over to get whatever was beneficial for me. My parents did that for themselves, which is how we ended up in New York. My parents did it for themselves, so that's how we grew up.
Like, my mother has been everybody's mother.
To give back and share. So I'm wherever I'm at, I'm going to share it. So I'm here. So
you got to pour out. You got to pour out and pour in. Pour out and pour in.
I get a lot back from Haven.
And
I get so much back.
I'm starting to see that our elders are not as fearful anymore. They're getting tired of everything that's going on wrong. So I see that a lot of them ready to come out and, be amongst the people so they can see. And it's amazing how many of our youth just don't know who a lot of our legends are in the city. And it's not their fault. It's just, it got to a point after COVID, or a little bit before COVID, where people were introverting. Even people that were super extrovert. I mean, I found myself, at a certain period of time saying, I just want to stay home all the time. I don't really want to go out. And then, I found karaoke and a whole nother thing happened. So, it's just, you have to find your thing. And when it comes to Juneteenth, you listen to next week.
I know, and I used to be the party animal.
Yeah.
Like, people don't know that. There's a whole other side.
Listen, she showed me her karaoke list, so I already know. We ready. She ready.
Save in the phone. Listen, what you want.
Oh, you're listening to MarceyLynn once again on 103.5 FM, WNHH, New Haven Independent, your home for community radio. And I'm talking to my little sister, Dr. Hanan Amin, about Juneteenth, which I'm part of the official Juneteenth Coalition of New Haven. And we have a beautiful, beautiful lineup of events and just love. And I just want this time that we're going to spend with this city to be infectious for the entire summer, into the winter, into next year, roll over. Next year will be 2 weeks. And, I just really, really want you guys, I'm sorry. I spoke it into existence. I know you might not want to be here, but yeah, I spoke it. I'm sorry. I might have to work a little bit more then. I have to cut some time off from somebody else. So I've been trying to cut time off. That's how God has been working for me. He's kind of been like, okay, cut this time off because you really enjoy doing this with this one. And I've had no problem with doing that. So I say, I'm sorry, I can't do as much of that, because I'm doing this and the other. I'm looking because one of my mentees, one of my elders is calling my phone right now, and I'm going, okay. But of course, she's, battling cancer, unfortunately, but she's winning. She's winning. Yeah. She's winning. She's winning because she has a higher level of belief and faith that, can carry her through. Sometimes that's all you need. Like I was saying about you and the things that you do. Because sometimes I look at you dance and go, I don't know how she's doing that with that thing that she says she,
Girl, I don't know either. Listen,
how's she doing that with that thing
I'm always asking myself, what? My mother makes a joke because after every Juneteenth in Africa, it's me, everything. At the end, it's like, she's like, okay, so what you gonna do? Go to the doctor and say, I was doing this? Like,
Mama. Listen, I can hear her say that too. Say, tell him you were jerking your body and say what he says. I can say, stop jerking your body.
But I literally did that. I showed the chiropractor and the massage therapist. She's like, you have 2 knots. I said, want to see a video? I said, wait. And I looked and I showed her from Dance Africa. I'm dancing with the candles. First step. I went boom, my head went back. I didn't even know I did that. I was stoned. I'm that spirit.
Because your spirit, spirit goes. Mm-hmm.
After, okay, I had to get carried out a couple of times during after. But I didn't collapse.
No.
My legs just gave out, but I didn't collapse.
Yeah.
But no, listen.
Yeah, I'd be like, wait, how did she just do that?
It's that spirit though. It's the spirit in the collective, and it's not every day. See, if I was doing it every day, and it's not, a 2-hour show. Like I used to do 2-3-hour shows. I mean, every dance back to back, quick changes. No, I can do a little. Give me a little 8 steps, 10 steps, 5 steps. I'm good.
Now you can listen. Now you teach it, and the people that you teach are just beautiful and brilliant. And they've been around for quite a while. So we have another 2 minutes right now, and we got a lot to discuss coming up in these next couple of weeks because we have Moomba's going to be on next week, and I'm going to mix that with Cheryl. So we'll have the 2 segments with those 2, and then we'll come with
Sherry, Afro Crowd, Wikipedia.
Afro Crowd, Wikipedia.
Yes, Wikipedia, Afro Crowd.
Yeah. And I am.
Yes, and they're gonna have we're collaborating on a workshop during our New Haven Hip Hop
I know conference. You were telling me so during the conference. You're gonna, we gotta be everywhere. I'm just gonna.
Yes. So let me run through the dates then real quick.
Let's go.
We have a couple. Let me just go through the dates.
Last
No
minute.
details. We'll save the details for the interview.
Yeah.
But just dates. So now we have Juneteenth Restaurant Week, June 15th to June 22nd. We have our 7th New Haven Hip Hop Conference at Neighborhood Music School on Juneteenth Day, June 19th. We have June 20th, Friday in the evening, main stage performances on the New Haven Green, New Haven All-Stars. And then we have Saturday, our Juneteenth Village and Marketplace. And then Sunday, we have Sons of Maestro on the Green. And there's also going to be a workshop as well early in the day. But again, we'll get all those details. But those are our upcoming dates so far. And then it's also going to be after Juneteenth on the 28th, there's going to be another Breaking Bread remix, Seat at the Table with Shayla Streeter.
Yes.
So we're going to get those details to make sure that everybody can come out to her event and listen to one of our elders.
Absolutely. So, well, I'll be seeing you in a few minutes anyway in our meeting.
But June 15th starts Restaurant Week. We have 10 days. So you go look to see where I want to go, which day, which meal. Plan out your meals. So my meal prep, plan your Juneteenth meals for the week.
Yeah. Get
an appetizer over here, juice over there, meal over there.
That food for the whole week. I'm gonna have to just, like I said, have a pile of money for that whole week. I love you. I'll see you shortly. We got a meeting coming up after our meeting with another meeting so we can get everything done the way it's supposed to be.
Professional. We are professional.
And I love you, and I want New Haven to understand that we love you. We love you. We love you. We love you, and how much you actually do. All right.
I wouldn't do it any other way.
I'll see you later. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Harry, for being Harry.
Thank you.
All right. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hey, I just ordered my 2 big ones for the house. Hallelujah. 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 Hey, hey, hey. Thank you guys. With a broken heart. The devil is a liar.
You're listening to MarceyLynn once again on WNHH LP 103.5 FM, your home.